for the Cobblers. What are your thoughts on the defeat here to Peterborough?
Again, I think it shows that we need to improve, and we need to continue that improvement. They're a good team, and they've got some good footballers for this level, and it shows a level that we need to get up to. And again, I've just said it to the players there, we need to improve. Second half, I thought we contained him. First half, I thought it showed ahead of us in where we need to get to. But again, there's nothing wrong with identifying that. But what we need to do now is identify the areas individually, collectively, where we can improve. I think they had a good bit of play to get the right side centre back in. Good ball retention, good movement, good advancing forward, and good finish from the kid. Second goal, a little bit of brilliance from the kid, but I thought we were slightly naive from having them penned in the corner from a throw-in, that he ends up somebody having a free shot in our box.
Is this a bit of a reality check here, Keith? You've now had 3 consecutive defeats against sides who are perhaps going to be fancied in League One this season. Do the fans, do the players have to kind of readjust and realise it's a terrible phrase to use, but it's a learning curve for the Cobblers, and you've got to accept that there'll be times when you'll come up against sides that have been assembled with more money spent on them and with more experience of League One football?
Again, I think we're creating an environment where we're not afraid about learning and developing, and we understand that. And we had it wasn't a case of it's come as a shock to us that we're going to be playing against good teams, but we're learning, we're developing, but within that we're improving, and we need to improve. We need to get better. And again, I've got a group of players there that aren't scared of challenges and aren't scared of being told where they need to get better.
And is this the time when, as a manager, you have to kind of make sure spirits stay high? You've had 3 consecutive 2-0 defeats now. You haven't scored in those games, obviously. Is it a question now of you making sure that confidence stays high so you can go into the next games against Plymouth and Swindon in confident and plucky mood?
Well, I think that's part and parcel of my job. I know I've got a change room there that aren't scared of challenges. And again, we're honest enough in our appraisal. We'll have a debrief, and again, it's easy and evident to see that they are slightly ahead of us. But again, when you've got that belief in what you're trying to do, and the understanding of the levels that we need to come to, and again, there's enough in that changing room to continue that improvement level.
What about the positive today? You actually Seal off the bench making an impression as a second half substitute. What else did you see out there that you liked today?
Yeah, I thought Ashley still did very well. Michael Harron, I thought did very well. I think Ryan Watson, when he came on as sub, did very well as well. Sam Hoskins, I think on another day could have had 2 goals. Great save from the goalkeeper when it was 0-0. Would have been nice to have somebody following that in for a tap in. Then right at the end, I think Sam nearly had another opportunity a goal. So again, we had enough entries into their final third, but weren't productive enough. And sometimes that means sometimes you need to take another pass to open up the gap. And I thought they did that very well. Good ball retention, good rotation in their play, aggressive in their passing as well.
This is probably one of those days when you could really have done with a crowd, isn't it, Keith? The Cobblers fans in the West Stand and the other stands as well. They could have lifted you, couldn't they, when the game was maybe just getting away from you a little bit today?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's Derby Day in everything but the noise and the support. And again, I'm not saying the support we get would change the result, but I know Sixfields with a packed house, I can't say it would change the outcome, but it makes it more of a derby game. So I thought some of the decisions were like today. I think their first goal came from after it should have been our throw-in.
Yeah.
The referee, to his credit, has apologised and said that he got it wrong.
Has he really? He's done that?
Yeah. I spoke to the fourth official. The fourth official told me that he was telling him it's Northampton's ball, and he was right in front of it, and the referee's behind, couldn't see, but gambled and gave the throw to them. But fair credit to the fourth official. I said, he's got it wrong. He goes, yeah, he has apologised. I'm like, wow, yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you, but that must frustrate you, the fact that decision went against you and they admit that it was wrong. It was a fairly big decision in hindsight, wasn't it?
Well, it was at least he was professionally enough to admit that he's made a mistake. And again, football's about mistakes. As a player, I made a few. And again, as a manager, I've seen players that made a few mistakes. But again, don't chastise people from it, and hopefully he learns from it. We've got a fourth official there to help him. He's mic'd up, giving him information sometimes. Take on board information and improve.
And at least the referee spoke to you, unlike at least one previous official here at the PTS.
Yeah, we conducted ourselves in the right way as well. I think the message to the fourth official was thank you for getting the message on.
Let's talk about individuals. You dropped Watson from the starting line today, came on as a second half substitute, and then you took off Missilu at that point. What was the thinking behind that, Keith?
Well, we needed Missilu to do a job on their lads medics, who I think again is a good player at this level. And again, then second half, I thought we needed to get on the front foot and be a little bit more physical. And I thought Ryan came in the second half and did that.
And McWilliam's not involved in the 18 today. He made his return to first team action of the week in the league trophy. Was he not involved today because it's going to be a long process to get him back to full match league fitness? Yeah,
definitely. Like Sean played 45 minutes on Saturday. That's his first 45 minutes in 8 months. So it's all about his progressive return to training and selection and being available for selection. So again, he does need a bank of games now. It might be an option for Sean to go out on loan and go and get some games. But again, it's something that we monitor with his level of performance in training. And again, what we can't afford to do is get him fit during games. He's doing all the extra work that's required of him, training at a high level. But again, he came back after 8 months, was able to play 45 minutes. Difficult conditions, I know, but again, what we don't want to do is, on part of his return to play, we don't want to injure him by giving him too much too soon.
And no Rakic in the starting line today. He was on the bench. Your loanee signing from Brentford. What was the thinking behind that?
He's been suffering with a hamstring injury that has been niggling him, and whereby he's not been able to, in his opinion, not been able to perform at 100%. And again, it's risk and reward. You're thinking, well, do you play somebody who's openly admitting that he's at 80-85%? I think it's disrespectful if you've got players that you think can do a capable job in that situation again. So again, I think he's done the right thing, informing me that he doesn't feel 100%. And again, that's what Michael Harriman today did very well.
And Jack Sarby and Danny Rose both making their full league debuts today. Sarby named man of the match. Danny Rose put himself around and attack. You'll be pleased with their contributions?
Yeah, definitely. Again, I think there's more to come from them individuals. The more they get to know the group and the dynamics of the changing room and the football club, I think they'll be good servants to this football club.
And injuries, I mean, you've managed to get that list of injuries down to virtually nothing before today, just Pollock missing from selection, but Mills has gone off today with a knock. Do we know what the strength of it is, what the extent of it is so far?
I think he's just rolled his ankle, so hopefully he'll be okay after that.
Okay.
I think a couple of days to settle down, then it should be okay.
And just finally, you've got a week before your next league game. You've got Plymouth down at Home Park a week today. They came up from League 2 last season with you. You beat them here at the PTS, so hopefully you can get some points from that game.
Yeah, again, every game we go into, we aim to be competitive. Again, I think we were competitive enough today, but lacked that little bit of quality that was needed, and I think they showed again. I don't like saying it, but I will say it. I think they are slightly ahead of us.
Okay, thanks for your time, Keith. Thank you.